The new Black Wall Street. Do it right, build wealth, live life, economic empowerment, real tips, insight on the new Black Wall Street. It's on the new Black Wall Street. Here's your host. The new Black.
All right. My bad. All right. Good morning to you, beautiful people. Thanks so much for joining us here today on the Money and Power Show. I'm your OCRGJ, your certified global financial educator, CEO of ERGJ Enterprises, The Black Bazaar, and international best-selling author of the book, The Black Billionaires Club. Today, we will be diving into some more crypto education to learn about this token project platform, whatever it is, called Polkadot, or DOT for short. This one is pretty popular. It looks like pretty high up on the as far as your rankings are concerned. So we'll find out a little bit more about this. I'm starting to gather that we might want to begin kind of categorizing different cryptocurrencies or different projects. I guess kind of based upon interest. I'm starting to see some maybe some core groups that we can put things in. Some being, NFT related, some being platforms, some being just tokens as far as finance or currency are concerned, and maybe some other categories. Real estate. I've just found something on. Obviously, gaming is big as well. So at any rate, it may be useful to do that as we, learn more about different tokens, tokenomics, and the value that they could bring to the marketplace and their future value that could be a disruption into their particular spaces or fields. At any rate, go ahead and hit the like button, the share button, all the good stuff. Say hello. Let us know that you're here. Love to know who has joined us here this morning. We do also have, for those that don't know, we do have a class coming up on next Saturday, the 26th, Intro to Crypto 103. We'll be discussing wallet security, and all that stuff. You once you dive into the space, you'll notice that some things that you might want to acquire go through a special process to acquire. They're not every coin isn't available on every exchange, so there's different routes to get to different things that you may be interested in. So this class can be very useful for you to learn about the different types of wallets and your level of security when it comes to your portfolio if you decide to develop one. Also, you'll find in the description a link to Coinbase. That's something I recommend as far as for those that are just getting started. So if you have not developed a crypto portfolio and you want to get started, I think Coinbase is a great place to start, and you'll find that link in the description as well, so you can begin your journey to crypto accumulation. Good morning to you, Ms. Michelle Teresa Coakley Golf. How are you? Good morning. Thanks so much for joining us. Ms. Sincere Noon is in the house as well. Thanks so much for joining us out of Mapleton, Georgia. And brother Madupe out of Lagos, Nigeria. Good morning to you. Or maybe afternoon there. I think you are 12 o'clock and we are 7 o'clock. So maybe evening. I'm not quite sure. Afternoon. Something like that. I think it's afternoon. Probably afternoon where you are. But at any rate, so we'll start here by taking a look here at what's going on. Yes, good one. What's going on, Mr. Gray? How are you? Good morning to you. Mr. Troop, yeah, Mr. Troop, Coinbase Pro also is connected to Coinbase.com. Coinbase Pro is the trading platform. You get access quicker to coins there. If you want to trade, the markets on a daily or on a regular basis. But anyway, we are going to take a look here at the crypto market and then move into learning what we can about this thing called Polkadot. Not a lot of news this morning, but there is one pretty big news that we'll cover. And that is a coin. It looks like dropped to zero yesterday. Something that a pretty big influencer was in or was touting. So we'll talk a little bit about that. We have almost now approaching 10,500. We're at 10,478 cryptos or tokens that are in the market. All of them are not valuable. It seems to me that there could be some type of business in just creating tokens and trying to raise capital in some instances for those that believe in those projects. But there are some pretty reputable projects that are out there, and we can find mass adoption for those. So be very careful, and we'll talk about why you must be very careful, because some people try to capture things when they are obviously not well known, to order to try to gain great value when it becomes well known. And you could be on the front end of something great, but you could also be on the front end of something that will be disastrous. But anyway, there are $1.63 trillion in the market now. We have dropped since yesterday, so so sentiment in the market kind of dropped again. Yesterday was not a very active day, I guess you could say. On Wednesday, just not a lot was happening yesterday. Very, very quiet and calm. And the markets was very interesting, but we saw basically a 4.67% decrease. This is the market that's been going up and down over the past probably month, really doing a lot of sideways consolidation. Bitcoin approached 41,000 over the past week. It's now at 39,298. So pretty flat over the past 24 hours, and we'll see the market as well has been pretty flat over the past 24 hours. We still have Bitcoin dominating the market, 45% dominance, with Ethereum second at 17.4. That represents 62% of the market in Bitcoin and Ethereum, the two leading cryptocurrencies in the market. Now today we will be covering Polkadot, which is down here at number 9. We will be looking into Polkadot or DOT to find out about what this is. Now, before we get into that, I want to just kind of show you again what we call sentiment. As I mentioned yesterday, we had approached yesterday at about a 33, rising up to getting more into greed, which would be more money coming into the crypto market. But then our flat day yesterday, we saw people kind of a little bit of a sell off, a little bit of more fear driven into the market yesterday. So I would expect from today probably until Sunday, we'll see a lot of sideways consolidation. Typically, we see not much activity over the weekend, and then this weekend is going to be very similar probably to Memorial Day weekend. It is a holiday weekend. For those that don't know, we do have, I believe we have not only just Juneteenth, we also have Father's Day this weekend, I believe. So we will probably see what we saw very similar to Memorial Day weekend, which was a little bit of selling, a little bit of taking profit, a little bit of a downward pressure, but then that could move us into Monday, Tuesday with opportunities to kind of get into the market for a run up, because we won't see another. We have all these holidays wrapped up. We have another after this week. We have 3 weeks before we have July 4th. So pay very close attention to holidays, how the market reacts to those special days or special weekends, and then obviously cryptocurrency is a market that's open 24/7, 365 days a year. So starting to notice patterns is kind of important in analysis. As I mentioned to you guys, as far as news is concerned, the biggest news that happened yesterday was this Titan project from Iron Finance, where we had Mark Cuban had been a promoter of this protocol or project. I think about 3 weeks ago, or maybe about a month ago, and it looks like they went from a $65 coin all the way down to zero, bottomed out, and a lot of people lost some money. And they're trying to kind of explain, kind of what happened. But, it looks like Mark Cuban got out in the nick of time. But that is kind of the biggest news that happened yesterday. Well, again, driving fear. When a billionaire, maybe lost money or could have lost money in this way, it does not bode well for the rest of the market. But not a huge reaction just yet. So we'll see how today goes. Also, we see here that Stella Artois, which is a beer company, they are going to be auctioning off some digital racehorse NFTs, which is digital art in some type of racing game, horse racing game, decentralized racing game. So that is something I found of interest. And then we're still waiting to see what's going to happen here with the Fed. and inflation and interest rates and things like that. I would imagine that as interest rates have to get increased at some point in time to stave off inflation, we'll probably start to see even more adoption for cryptocurrencies, in particular Bitcoin and other DeFi, decentralized finance tokens. So that's really pretty much what we have as far as our news is concerned. I didn't really, really see anything else. As I mentioned yesterday, was a pretty ho-hum day, and sometimes we have news that's just kind of being created to have some news, but not much news happening in the crypto space from over the past 24 hours. So we'll see what happens today. But let's get into Polkadot. Good morning to you, Mr. Wheeler, Miss Guffridge. How are you, Miss Bolden? How are you? Uh-oh. What happened here? Okay. Now, Polkadot is being added to Coinbase. I think they either recently added on Monday, and now they're just accumulating to see. So this is something, again, we're starting to get more and more coins being accepted on major exchanges. And that also bodes well for adoption, major adoption. All right. So this Polkadot or dot coin, as its DOT is its representation of its ticker symbol here in the cryptocurrency market, $23.83 per coin. And we will dive over to their website shortly. We have a total supply. It looks like there's no maximum supply of these tokens. It is. We'll find out what it is, but of over 1 billion tokens in total supply right now. Market cap is $22 billion right now. That's the amount of money that's flowing between your buyers and sellers for this Polkadot. We basically just take the amount of tokens that are out, multiply it by the price, and that's how we get our market cap. So we have over 1 billion tokens that are out. We have a price of $23.83 per token. And that is that gives us our market cap of 22 billion. We see here that Polkadot, as far as its price chart is concerned over the past years, what I'll look at. And this is a pretty important token, by the way. It's gotten as high as $48. It hit that thing twice. Once, it looks like here around April of this year, April 15th, and then again May 15th. So that's a month and a month away. Kind of tested this resistance of $48 twice, and then now it's dropped with the rest of the market, getting as low as $17 as of May 23rd, which is about a month ago, looks like, roughly. And it's kind of been going sideways ever since then. So we have seen a huge adoption. I mean, because if we think from 23 to 48, that's over 100% that this thing has gotten to as far as its all-time highs are concerned. And then we can kind of discuss today, or just think about the value that this thing maybe bring into the marketplace, and see if it can recover to those levels, or even break through those levels at some point in time. So we see where it's been, but not necessarily where it is going. So let's find out a little bit about what Polkadot is, who created it, all that good stuff. And then we will go over to their website to see what we can find out from the horse's mouth. And I really like to do this again to try to understand what I may have an interest in investing in, what I might have an interest in investing. What's going on, Mr. Gardner? How are you? Good morning to you. So Polkadot, and this is from coinmarketcap.com, is an open source sharding. Okay, that's a new word. Open source sharding multi-chain protocol that facilitates the cross-chain transfer of any data or asset types, not just tokens, thereby making a wide range of blockchains interoperable with each other. So sharding is a new word for me in this cryptocurrency space. Interoperability, able to transfer data, and we know how valuable data is. Everybody wants to know who you are, what you're doing. But this is what I like here is it's not just token related. So data or asset types. So just like anything, any type of data could be transferred across chains. And when they say cross chain, we're talking about cross blockchains. So this is some type of this gives me the indication this is probably in that same range as a chain link is concerned, trying to bridge a gap between real world, I guess you could say, value and then these decentralized world. So the interoperability seeks to establish a fully decentralized and private web controlled by its users and simplify the creation of new applications, institutions, and services. The Polkadot protocol connects public and private chains, permissionless networks, oracles, and future technologies, allowing these independent blockchains to trustlessly share information and transactions through the Polkadot relay chain, further explained further down. So Polkadot's native DOT token serves three clear purposes. So when you're, if this is something that is of interest to you and you decide to acquire the token DOT, here's what this token is doing: is providing network governance and operations. And that would be basically it governs itself with the users govern the network and creating parachains, parallel chains by bonding. Okay. So this is probably a whole bunch of developer talk. Polkadot has four core components: a relay chain. And this is Polkadot's heart. It helps to create consensus, interoperability, and shared security across a network of different chains. They have another component is parachains, which are independent chains that can have their own tokens to be optimized for specific use cases. It has a parathread, similar to parachains, but with flexible connectivity based on economical pay-as-you-go model. And bridges allows parachains and parathreads to connect and communicate with external blockchains like Ethereum. Okay. So we have bridges, which are for connection, parachains, which are independent chains with their own tokens here through this Polkadot protocol. Okay. So this was founded by a Web3 by a Web3 foundation, which is a Swiss foundation founded to facilitate fully functional, user-friendly, decentralized web. So this is all going towards. This is all about Web3, the adoption of Web3, which is considered to be decentralized web, which is where we're kind of headed. So what makes Polkadot unique? Polkadot is a sharded multi-chain network, meaning it can process many transactions on several chains in parallel chains. This parallel processing power improves scalability. So custom blockchains are quick and easy to develop through the substrate framework and can be connected to Polkadot's network within minutes. So I think it's important to kind of understand that there are different blockchains. Although it's just one blockchain technology, there are different blockchains that are, I don't know how many, but quite a few different blockchains that have been developed. And this seems to be some type of connection from chain to chain and not necessarily just on, Ethereum or Bitcoin or something like that. The network is also highly flexible and adaptive, allowing the sharing of information and functionality between participants similar to apps on a smartphone. So it's going to allow for to share between different chains, which may not communicate with each other. And this allows for that data to be shared from chain to chain or from blockchain to blockchain of different makeup. It looks like Polkadot can be automatically upgraded without the need of a fork in order to implement new features or remove bugs. So they can upgrade. That plays into the role of scalability. They are able to evolve, make it better over time without having to kind of break that thing up. Network has a highly sophisticated user-driven governance system that also helps to secure it. Communities can customize their blockchain's governance on Polkadot based on their needs and evolving conditions. So as things change, they can change as things change. This protocol can evolve along with evolution as well. That's pretty cool. Nominators, validate collators, and fishermen are all fulfill various duties to help secure and maintain the network and eradicate bad behavior. So, okay. So we know that got over 1 billion DOT tokens in circulation right now. And this can be bought Binance, then now Coinbase. It uses a nominated proof of stake mechanism for security to select validators and nominators to maximize chain security. Okay, so I still want to get a better understanding of this stuff. Some of these words, some of this language is new to me. But it's the number 9th ranked token in cryptocurrency. A lot of money has flowed into this thing. So let's go on over here to their website. Polkadot. Of course, they'll probably do a better job. What's going on, Miss Phyllis? George, how are you? Miss Vivian Reed is in the house. Good morning to you. So we are taking a look at the Polkadot network. Here's their website at polkadot.network. I don't even want to click that. We have technology community. We have their light paper up here. We have their white paper up here. These are pretty much their business plans, what they're looking to do. They have a roadmap. It's live now. So it's looking to deliver the most robust platform for security, scalability, and innovation. So this sounds like another one of these spaces where things can be built upon it as a protocol. So true interoperability. Polkadot enables cross-blockchain transfers of any type of data or asset, not just tokens. Connecting to Polkadot gives you the ability to interoperate with a wide variety of blockchains in the Polkadot network. So I guess we'll have to find out which blockchains are in the Polkadot network, which projects have chosen Polkadot to be built upon. And what we're finding, guys, is that when we have, a lot of these newer designs or newer projects or protocols are all kind of created, not all, but mostly created to improve upon what already exists. So if they find some issue, let's just say with Ethereum and gas fees, then something is developed to reduce that cost and still provide that functionality. So, but let's keep going. Economic and transactional scalability. They want to be able to grow. That's what scalability means. Polkadot provides unprecedented economic scalability by enabling a common set of validators to secure multiple blockchains. Polkadot provides transactional scalability by spreading transactions across multiple parallel blockchains. You can create a custom blockchain in minutes. So this is the developers over here who may create a blockchain for some particular reason. So this is Polkadot is something that can be built upon. It's a place to be able to create create a blockchain, add to the technology. It's pretty cool. Forkless and future proof. Polkadot can upgrade without hard forks to integrate new features or fix bugs. So we've seen with Bitcoin that in order to make it better or to improve upon it, hard forks are involved in the blockchain in order to have created Bitcoin Cash, Bitcoin Silver, Bitcoin Gold, which are all forks in the road for the development of Bitcoin, the Bitcoin blockchain. So none of that is necessary for Polkadot. Security for everyone. Polkadot's a novel data availability and validity scheme allows chains to interact with each other in a meaningful way. Chains remain independent in their governance, but united in their security. That's pretty cool. And user-driven network governance. So the users will actually govern the system itself. Stakeholders, people who have a vested interest in this Polkadot platform. So we have here the network, the DOT token. So this is what on the network, the token is what we would be acquiring to support the network, and it has governance, staking, and bonding. Governance, again, it means that if you own the DOT own some DOT tokens, you could participate in voting and governing the system itself. Staking game theory incentivizes token holders to behave in honest ways. Good actors are rewarded by this mechanism, whilst bad actors will lose their stake in the network. This ensures the network stays secure. So ways to stake the DOT for rewards and bonding. New parachains are added by bonding tokens. Outdated or non-useful parachains are removed by removing bonding tokens. This is a form of proof of stake. So let's learn more about the DOT token. Let's keep going now. It's an open source protocol built for everyone by the Web3 Foundation. Founded by some of the foremost, you can learn about the team. So it looks like Chainlink, as I mentioned, Polkadot, Kusama are all involved. So let's learn about the token. I think I want to learn about the token because that's what I would be acquiring of some sort. So discover DOT. This would be the DOT token. That's $23.82. I think we just did this. Okay. Let's see here. Can I click on this? So what is the DOT? The DOT are token native to the Polkadot network for the purpose of carrying out the key functions of the platform as detailed below. Is it an ERC tool? You can know DOT is a native to, okay, so this is not built on the Ethereum platform. It's built on the Polkadot platform. And these are the functions to providing governance, operating network, and creating parachains by bonding dots. So here are the rights that you have as an owner: your ability to act as a validator, ability to participate in governance, ability to be a collator for the pair thread, the ability to participate in decision-making processes. Okay. So that's kind of DOT, but I guess let's go back here. Yeah, this is, see, for me, this is like, as I said, different strokes for different folks. This is definitely a more technical token, probably easily understood by developers more so than your average Joe. I'm trying to gather something here, but it's definitely a little more confusing over here on Polkadot. So this is something about, again, being able to transfer data across blockchains, linking stuff together. Here are your, I guess you could say your glossary for terminology. I didn't know what a fisherman was. A fisherman is to monitor the network and report bad behavior to validators. Collators maintain shards by collecting shard transactions from user and producing proof of validator. So what are the shards? I'm looking at this diagram here, this picture here, and we see looks like a wheel and all these things connected, but then we have some that are popping out. 1, 2, 3, 4, and I guess that's probably a picture of like a blockchain, I'd imagine, and it makes it possible. Okay, so this Polkadot protocol makes it possible to build applications that get permissionless data from private blockchain and use it on a public blockchain. For instance, a school's private permissionless academic records chain could send a proof to a degree verification smart contract on a public chain. Okay, so that private information from that school could be sent to prove that someone actually graduated or something like that. Let's see if we can find some type of use cases for this. I think that will help me understand it better. Let me click on community. If $23 billion are flowing in this market, there is some belief here because people put their money where the where they put their money at is what kind of determines some stuff. So there is some adoption or some belief in this thing, but I'm having a hard time finding. Here's their mission. This Web3, where our identity and data is our own, safely secure from a central authority. I like that. So this is what they're looking to do. Basically, basically secure our own data. Safe secure from any central authority. Here's who's building it. Here's the team and all that stuff. Dr. Gavin Wood, Robert Habermeyer, Peter Saban. Here's where they are in the press. Okay, can I find any use cases? This is the build function here. What's in anything in the news? They don't have a little news section. So build. You can get a grant. You can build Polkadot parachain and substrate. Let me see what you guys are talking about. I am lost here, guys. I'm really searching. What's going on, Tamika, Gregory, James? How are you? Good morning to you. How are you? Thanks so much for joining. So I think we understand that some of this, and I might just be the one that's just a little lost, but some of this stuff is going to be. Let me click over here. We're going over to the Polkadot wiki. What is this? Wiki Polkadot. Okay. So we want to click on learn, right? Polkadot. So look at this. They got their own little wiki. Oh wow. Okay, this going deep. So this is Polkadot. I guess this is kind of like Wikipedia on Polkadot in a sense. This is interesting. And it's breaking down everything. I mean, everything here, launch phase, the basics. Your parachains, your advanced, the staking, across visibility, cryptography. So everything kind of explained here in a sense. Okay, I'm a little lost. I would definitely say this is the first one that we've come across that there's a Polkadot 2.0. Let's see here. With the release of Polkadot 1.0, researchers have begun research for the next version of Polkadot network. Many questions yet to be answered. Now, some big areas of research will be in economics and networking, horizontal versus vertical scalability, nested relay chain. All right, so I came over here to the wiki thing, and that didn't help me. So let me go over here to the get started section. What does this do? Okay. So the Polkadot wiki is the central source of truth, contains guides for interacting with the core functionality. Our wiki has 3 main sections. You learn for learners, build for people who want to build, and maintain for people who want to maintain the network. I got that. All right, this is probably small for you guys. Let me make it bigger. So we are in the getting started. This is whoo. This is a lot of stuff. So we've already gone through that. We've gone through this. Here's a chart. Now here we go. So here's this picture that we saw. On the inside was the relay chain. So all of those different lines and stuff, that was the relay chain. And then you have, I guess, your blockchain here. You have bridges. These are validators to the bridge, to a parachain, to collators. Okay. So the Polkadot uses a sharded model where shards called parachains allow transactions to be processed in parallel instead of sequentially. Each parachain or network has a unique state transaction function. Polkadot has a relay chain acting as a main chain of system based on Polkadot's design. As long as a chain's logic can compile to WASM and adheres to relay chain API, then it can connect to Polkadot network as a parachain. Parachains construct and propose blocks to validators on the relay chain where the blocks undergo rigorous availability and validity checks before being added to the finalized chain. As the relay chain provides the security guarantees, collators, full nodes of these parachains don't have any security responsibilities and thus do not require a robust incentive system. This is how the entire network stays up to date with many transactions that take place. So it seems to me that there is some adoption of this Polkadot network, even if I don't really necessarily understand everything here that how it's working. I mean, as a more of a retail investor, whew, and I'm not a developer myself, I'm trying to really wrap my mind around. Okay, why should you use Polkadot? Whether you're a blockchain developer or you're interested in taking part of Polkadot's community, Polkadot offers a platform for everyone. This wiki offers a place for builders and maintainers to utilize tools, and for brand new learners to dive into educational material. So they really do have over here in this wiki space. I mean, my goodness. I mean, if you really wanted to dive into the technology and the blockchain technology, you could probably go through this whole wiki and level up in your education, in a sense. For brand new learners of blockchain technology, so this is a place to learn about blockchain technology. They have a fundamentals MOOC course to start familiarizing with blockchain concepts such as cryptography and networks and how these play into things like decentralization and cryptocurrency. This is recommended for our users with backgrounds of all levels, and the course is free. So a free course that could be taken, a free blockchain course that could be taken here as well. It's pretty cool. You got the okay, so the light paper. Let me go over here to the light paper. Okay, so the light paper, they say this. I didn't think, so this is the light paper. Let me go over here. What is this? They say this is where you can understand, you can read through this stuff even if you're not technical and understand this better. So I'm getting what Polkadot does. It's obviously separate from Ethereum, separate from Bitcoin. An introduction here. So yeah, that's what we got: the relay chain to your validators, to your bridge, to your parachain, to your collators. I got that. It's this is blockchain unbounded, is what it's saying here. It's the next generation blockchain protocol that unites an entire network of purpose-built blockchains, allowing them to operate seamlessly together at scale. So it allows for blockchains to be different but still work together. Okay, so so I could see where if you have all these different blockchains that are being developed, but they're not communicating with each other, that could be a problem for mass adoption. So I could see where I guess where Polkadot could make its mark to allow these different chains to still be individual or be independent, but yet still communicate with each other as it relates to as it relates to data. Okay, this light paper is probably going to help out a whole lot. Scalability, upgradability, to kind of go through this whole light paper was really going to be probably very beneficial for anyone that's looking to really understand Polkadot. Now, of course, one could just, I guess, invest in Polkadot in a sense. But I'm really, my purpose, what I'm trying to do is really understand this stuff. We've gone through probably 20 different tokens that I pretty much have understood. This is the first one that's been really a little bit more difficult. But I would probably have to go through this white paper myself to get a real better understanding of what they're doing. So there's this Kusama token or protocol as well, which is kind of connected to Polkadot. So that needs to be studied as well along with it, and I'll probably be doing a little bit of that. But I'm not a blockchain builder or upgrader right now that I know of. I don't know if I have an interest in doing that, but yeah, there's connections between the Web3 Foundation, Kusama, and then also Polkadot, and that it's only 13 pages. Oh no, it's more. Let's see here. We got your development team, collaborations, and then the substrate is where blockchains are developed. So I was right when I mentioned that Chainlink there seems to be some connection here with Chainlink as well, which is linking different blockchains together. So here's where you could dive in deeper. The Polkadot team will write a newsletter They got meetups in different areas as well. And then you have your website, and then you have your wiki we just went to. We went to the website, but yeah, this Polkadot light paper is going to be very beneficial to really learn more about this protocol from Dr. Gavin Wood. Yeah, guys. So so this is going to require a little bit more research on my end. Yes. Well, I don't know if it's necessarily too complicated, Miss Vivian. I just think that it's complicated. I think blockchain technology is complicated until you understand it. And that's the whole point. That's the whole point of why we do these videos, right? To try to understand this whole space even better. I don't think that everything that we look at will be totally understood the first time we look at something. But again, what I'm kind of noticing is that this has some value, and it seems to have some type of relevance and importance, because if it didn't, there wouldn't be $22 billion backing or believing in this protocol. It wouldn't be something that has gone from nothing to $23 and then as high as $48 per share if it was nothing. And then we got some pretty powerful people that's behind it as well. So obviously it's kind of something, even if it's not necessarily understood by the average or the layman, or the average person. But everything in this, I'm not gonna say everything, but they have put information out to help it to be better understood. But yes, it's definitely confusing to me. It's not something for me until I understood it that I'd be like, okay, yeah, y'all know about that dot. I know of it. I have a better understanding of it today, but I'm still not like fully like, okay, I get it. I definitely don't get it. I'm not going to even lie about that. But for those that may have interest in, because there are different people. There are people here who might be in that technical side of things. They might be developers. They might be engineers. They might be into computer science. They might be, and they're like, oh, that's right up my alley. So different strokes for different folks. That's why we have over 10,000 different coins that are out there that are representing different industries and different things. But I think what's important here to note is that this is something. This protocol is something that other cryptocurrencies and other projects can be built upon as an alternative to Bitcoin, as an alternative also to Ethereum, as protocols are concerned, or as blockchain technology is concerned. But yeah, I can tell it is more confusing. This wouldn't be a coin I'd be interested in. It seems this is best for techies. Yeah. So if you are a techie, this is probably right up your alley to go and do some more research and understanding. But definitely wanted to introduce a new coin, 9th ranked coin in the cryptocurrency space. Again, a lot of money as it's building up. It's and here's what I'm noticing. Here's something else that I'm noticing. Let's just go through this real quick. This is number 9, right? So let me take a look here and see if we can notice something or notice anything. Bitcoin is a obviously store of value, most popular coin. Ethereum is a protocol where other cryptocurrencies are built on. Binance is an exchange. We probably need to cover Binance at some point, but Binance is obviously an exchange where kind of like Coinbase, where a lot of transactions are taking place, and then they're propping up the exchange with the Binance coin. We looked at ADA. We've already covered ADA. That's another protocol that it looks like coins are being built off of, being built upon. So our top 5, we have 2 that are platforms. One that's a store of value. One that is an exchange of a crypto exchange, which is very, very valuable for people to be able to buy and sell crypto. We have Tether, which is a stable coin, USD, which is a stable coin as well. So we're seeing, we can see in the market where a lot of value is. Why is this important? Because as other coins are being developed and they may fall into these categories, then we can also see where they may have, extreme value in their future valuations as well, because of what has already been accepted and adopted, right? So my top 10 coins, I got 3 of them, which are protocols for which blockchain, the whole technology being built upon, then as more and more or newer protocols come out to then help evolve or help upgrade what's already in existence, then that can give me a leg up on that being eventually adopted as a newer piece of technology and maybe getting in early there. So I think it's important to kind of capture where does the money flowing into, right? Where is the big money flowing into? I mean, this is a lot of money. And it's not really these top 10, 11 billionaire Litecoin. Solana is probably what we need to get into next. And then we got Chainlink. This is a lot. These are billions and billions of dollars, which are basically investing into 3 or 4 different categories as relates to cryptocurrency, which I believe we should take note of, especially when we start looking at newer coins that come out or newer projects that are being developed and what they are looking to accomplish there. So that's kind of my takeaway here as I'm looking at Polkadot at number 9. But then I'm also saying, okay, well, how does this compare to other things that are already here on this list? And as newer things are created and developed, they may fall into these categories. That could kind of give me a leg up on what people, as the market itself, what the market finds extremely valuable in a sense. So, at any rate, that's something to behold, right? What are these top 10, top 15 tokens? What do they do? What are what categories can we put them in if we were to box them in? And we could see some similarities and some relevance across different spaces for what has already been adopted, where a lot of money has already flown into as we kind of progress in the future and newer things are developed as well. So at any rate, we have this us covering Polkadot here today. Again, guys, I'm sorry if I didn't do a great job really kind of going through it as I'm learning. Hopefully we're learning together. Let's see here. Cryptocurrency, at some point I want to understand it better. I will better understand cryptocurrency. Yeah, as we dive. Hey, how do you eat an elephant one bite at a time? Does Polkadot have its own blockchain? Well, Polkadot is a blockchain. So I would say that Polkadot, from what I'm gathering here, it is its own blockchain. Not that it has its own blockchain. It is a blockchain. Polkadot, the protocol, is its own blockchain. It's an interoperability chain. It's a connection chain in a sense. That's what it sounds like to me. So anyway, guys, this is our time here today. For those that have interest, dive in deeper into this thing called Polkadot. I think tomorrow, I don't know what I put down for tomorrow. Tomorrow's Friday. We'll be covering a new coin. I don't know what I listed. I don't think I've listed anything yet. But yeah, so yeah, this is out of the 20 some odd videos, 20, 30 videos we've done. This has got to be the most confusing one. But it may just be, again, because I'm not a techie. I'm not a developer of any sort. I know what my lane is, and this is not necessarily in my lane, but I still, it being number 9, I wanted to really, really kind of understand. We'll look at Uniswap tomorrow, since that's number 10. We'll look at Uniswap tomorrow. That's a place where people exchange things for other things. So we'll take a look at Uniswap tomorrow. That's the number 10th ranked coin in the cryptocurrency space. And that's what it is. Good morning, brother. Excellent job indeed. It's new. As we study more, we'll get better and better still make that money. Absolutely, man. That's exactly what we'll do. So anyway, guys, hopefully, you did learn something today. You got a takeaway here as we further our crypto education. Take a look at a thing called Polkadot, the cryptocurrency, and understanding that these tokens are not just tokens. It's not just something that we, for some, it could be something you just buy, you sell, you trade. But as you begin to understand the nuances and why things are developed or created and what's behind them, what they support, what the projects are doing, what the protocols are doing, I think that could bode well for your decisions on long-term hold versus short-term value. And we'll be covering again. We'll be looking tomorrow to hop into Uniswap. That's what we'll do tomorrow. So anyway, if you learned something today, man, anything new, you can just put some pineapples in the chat. We'll be back tomorrow to cover something different in this cryptocurrency space. And we're just biting the elephant one bite at a time, man. This is a space that many people are afraid to dive into because it's not easily understood. But I don't think we can dismiss it because it's not easily understood. At the end of the day, billions and billions of dollars, $1.63 trillion are in this space. And it's not the only market, but it's one of the up and coming markets that I think will financially liberate a lot of people as they decide to further understand more about this thing called cryptocurrency. So anyway, I'm your host, ERGJ, certified global financial educator. I want to say thanks so much for tuning in to today's episode. Tomorrow we'll be back with Uniswap to learn about Uniswap and that. I think Uniswap is more like a crypto mall in a sense, but we'll be covering that here tomorrow. You guys have a wonderful Thursday. I want you guys to remember this, that it takes a village. It starts with us. Let's build as we climb together. We all we got, beautiful people. Matter of fact, we all we really need. And thank God that's more than enough. Until next episode, you know what time it is, guys. Mr. DJ, hit the music.
The new Black Wall Street. Thanks you for joining the show. We gave a lot of great tips, but it's time to go. Take the knowledge we shared, hope you use it and grow. We will see you all there at the next episode of The New Black Wall Street. The New Black Wall Street.